I'll just put myself on mute till...
Hi, Shoma.
Hi. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
All good.
Soma, good morning. This is Joydeep.
Hi, Joydeep. Hi. Good morning. Hi. There's a lot of background noise.
Same here. I just checked into the hotel and they're having some major program and all. I'm like, nice. They'll have some Bhangra music on the background. Like, yeah.
Shayan is also traveling. He said that he will be joining from the airport. I said, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Everyone is traveling today.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
join করেছে Priyat join করবে actually. Priyat will coordinate for sir.
Priyam has joined. Priyam was there from quite for some time.
Good morning, everyone. This is Priyat. Hi.
জয়দীপ জুমের লিংকটা স্যারকে পাঠিয়েছো তো?
Yes, ma'am. In the morning itself, he acknowledged us.
Okay.
Ma'am, Sarah's joined.
Network here is very poor, so
Yes.
we'll have to manage quickly.
It will start. Sarah's joined.
Good morning, sir.
So we shall start the proceedings right now. So Sir has also joined. Very good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning,
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Nice to see
Very
you.
good to see you. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning, Abhilasha. Good morning, Apollo Rockstar. How are you?
Good morning, Dr. Bose. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day to you and everyone. And Joydeep and everyone else, the students as well. Morning and happy Independence Day to everybody.
Same to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's start.
Okay. So, good morning and namaskar and a very, very warm welcome to each and everyone who has joined us on this digital platform. On this momentous day, we have gathered here to celebrate another historical landmark in the checkered career of IAM. It shall be disclosed presently. We take this opportunity to welcome our chief mentor, Dr. Suborno Bose, an entrepreneur par excellence who has taken the hospitality industry to a new height with numerous national and international awards and recognition. Dr. Bose is a true inspiration for each and every one of us. We are also honored to have in our midst our group director, Ms. Moitrey Chaudhary, an enigmatic leader who not only knows the way, shows the way, but also goes the way. We are privileged to have with us a panel of experts who are not only very successful entrepreneurs, but have multifarious talents. Welcome Abhilasha Chaudhary ma'am, Soma Maitra ma'am, Mr. Avelo Roy, Shayan Chakraborty. Mr. Shayan Chakraborty is yet to join. He is traveling. He said he will join very shortly. Thank you so much everyone for joining us. I would now request our chief mentor, Dr. Suborno Bose, to tell us about the project which he has envisioned, which will make our students self-reliant and independent in the truest sense of the word. and he will then launch the web page. Sir, please, over to you.
Thanks, Jadip. I think it's more of a project of Ms. Chaudhary rather than mine. So I think she should have been the right person. But I think we in the group been very strong on the entrepreneurship, and I'm so happy that IAM is embarking on this entrepreneurship as a very strong part of our students' education. In fact, in our other colleges, we already have a very strong entrepreneurship cell. In fact, Aval is here. Aval has been one of the chief mover in that, called Sahas, which I created 3 years back on my birthday on 15th of June with a corpus of 5 crore, which has now actually grown almost close to 25 crores. So this is a fund which we are actually giving to the students for funding apart from mentoring. I think Lagan will do the similar kind of thing, because what I believe that everyone who does this innovation center, I was involved in the IIM Calcutta for some time, many years back. And they have got a very successful innovation and incubation center. And one of the reasons was that there was some kind of funding also. I think Apollo here with us is like a younger brother to me, and he himself leads a fund called Kolkata Venture, very successful. I've been working with Apollo maybe about 10 years from now. I think I did 10 or 12 years when he was just a small boy. He's still very small, but then he's done some fabulous work actually. So I think we've got people like Shoma here, Abhilasha, or Ashan, all doing so well. I think these are the role models which we need. And it's my great privilege to launch Lagan in IAM. I think our students of today must have already realized that doing a job or an employment is definitely an option, but not the only option. There are other options. You can be startups, you can be an entrepreneur, you can start quite small. And that's what we envision for Lagan, just like we did for our other projects, where we can start small. We do a lot of hand holding. And what I've seen, especially for the hospitality students, they are very enthusiastic, very energetic, very passionate. They're good in communication. They can articulate. Sometimes the elevator speech are outstanding as compared with even in engineering colleges, where people really struggle to articulate the vision, what they want to do. And where basically we need to really handhold the students are on the micros actually. Right now, interestingly, I'm handholding a student who is doing chocolates and some artisan chocolates, and lovely packaging he has done. The product isn't that great, so I'm sending at our cost to our IIPC in Bangalore, IHM Institute of Patisari in Bangalore, which is state-of-the-art led by Abhijit Ghosh. And he will be spending 1 month time trying to get the product right. And we are also hand-holding him right from getting an IP, a trademark. We are trying to get him a bank loan. And of course, we are funding him some money as well. And we are getting him the licenses for FSSI. So these are the things which actually the students don't have much idea. I mean, they must have heard of FSSI, but actually we need to do and handhold them. I mean, not do it for them for sure, but tell them how to do it. Tell them possibly if you know someone to put in a word, just to help them, support them. We need to work as a support center, as some kind of oxygen. And that makes them even more enthusiastic. I'm sure then when we started, at least when I started 33 years back, I had only one person in the life support, and that's me. But things have now changed so much, and for so much support are there for the asking. I think the students must be encouraged to take up entrepreneurship, and there's no venture which is small. I know that everyone now opening a cloud kitchen, which is not a bad idea, absolutely. But then there are other things which can be done. Hundreds of other things can be done. And also, I want to say that the hospitality students should not limit themselves into hospitality products. It's not because I have done hospitality. Look at Shoma. I mean, she has worked all her life almost in a non-hospitality sector and with such great success. I'm always a big admirer of what she has done. So it's not that we need to only produce or work or venture in hospitality thing. The first thing is that we need to get that out of mind, that I can open a cloud kitchen, I can open a food truck, I can lease a small hotel. No, you can do anything. You can put a bio toilet in a metro station. I'm doing that project with somebody here. They have made a fantastic bio toilet for the ladies. Unfortunately, the metro stations in Calcutta, we don't have toilets. And so this project is especially for the females, for the women, and it's just about 5 to 6 lakhs. And this lady is putting a bio toilet, which will be app best, and 20 rupees per use, which is nothing, and very clean, just like an airport toilet. And so we need to think beyond hospitality. We need to think beyond the cloud kitchens and the food industry. We need to think beyond the inevitables, or something is done by somebody, because ultimately I think people like Avila will tell you, you need to identify a gap, you need to identify a problem, you need to identify an issue. So there was no toilet in metro railway station was a problem. And it's even more problem for the woman. And so this lady who is doing this has identified that problem and trying to give a solution, and which is fantastic. So it's not that we need to do something just because someone else is doing the same thing. You need to think afresh. Of course, there are certain products which are there. Things like cloud kitchens are doing well. But again, in the cloud kitchens ecosystem, there are many ways you can do cloud kitchen. I work quite closely with a guy called Ankit Nagore in Bangalore, who used to be the Cure Fit, now running the second largest cloud kitchen in the country, Eat Fit. And Ankit is a dear younger brother, kind of. He is teaching also in our colleges on our master classes. So what Ankit's doing is fantastic. But what Farm Petal do with the cakes, Farm Petal don't have so many cloud kitchens. So what they have done is that they're more of a mini aggregator. They got hundreds of the home bakers who made the sponge for them. So they don't have a cloud kitchen or so many cloud kitchen, but they have got hundreds and 200s of the cloud kitchens in Bangalore, which are actually home bakers. The home bakers can bake the cake, keep the sponge, and quickly it can be collected and can be finished, topped up, and can be delivered within 2 hours. So this guys thought differently. Instead of I doing everything, I doing the bakery, I setting up the cloud kitchen, I setting up the bakery oven, I getting a chef. So they have kind of made their de-risk themselves also a little bit. Not invested that kind of money which any other bakery cloud kitchen would have done. So I think we need to really think laterally, think out of the box. In fact, there's no box. You can throw the box out of the window, actually. There's no boxes nowadays. And you can just be fearless. I think one word that I can define an entrepreneur of today is that we need to be fearless. Today, we need to play like people like Rishabh Pant. Just go and hit, and rest will be history. So with that, my great privilege for me, great honor for me to be on this very auspicious 15th of August as we celebrate 75 years of our freedom. So I'm very happy to inaugurate and launch Lagan, which is a fantastic name. Love the movie. I must have seen the movie 100 times. Thanks to everyone who associated, to Shayan, Abhilasha, Shoma, and everybody else, I don't know. So, but then everybody, and of course, I hello. Madam Chaudhary, I think she has been the main instigator of this movement. So thanks everyone, Joydeep, to you as well. And I think the students should be encouraged very proactively. Sometime what happens, we do an initiative and then we kind of, it get little watered down. So it should be and very, very progressive kind of a thing. You have to identify students who are interested and you need to really proactively give them the support. So lovely to be here, and it's my great privilege to be inaugurating that. That's all from me right now. Thank you so much. Over to you, Joydeep. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Your wise words will always guide us. And the two things you said, we really feel it. As you said, you have to be fearless and you have to keep on the energy. You cannot be lethargic, enthusiastic. Always you have to be. So thank you so much, sir. I would request you, sir, if it is possible for you right now to launch the page so that everyone can see. Would it be possible, sir?
How do I do that?
Yes.
This is not clickable. Of course.
Priyam, if you can hear me.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
It's on. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's on. So it's been clicked and it's on. Thank you so much. The website is not launched.
Yes. Yes, Priyam, if you can scroll down a bit. Thank you. Yes, yes. This is the place.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Priyam, thank you so much. If you can stop the share screen, we can continue with the program. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful and it's a very, very great event and on a tremendous, momentous day. Thank you so much, sir. I'll just request our group director, Moitri ma'am. Ma'am, could you just say a few words to commemorate this special occasion?
Well, I never thought that I am a part of this because I've never been an entrepreneur, right? But yes, IAM has always been the breeding ground for talents and initiating a lot of entrepreneurs on their journey. And this is something which I would like the students of today. And I think, you know, Soma, Abhilasha, and I mean, I can't name each one of you how many entrepreneurs have come out of this place. Not as entrepreneurs, they have started a journey in a different manner and then they have taken this up in a much, much bigger way, and now they are an example to follow. So the whole idea was that it's important for the students right at this nascent stage to start thinking. For me, it was to cultivate this idea that you too can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur for many of us comes with the idea that I have to be a huge fund owner or somebody has to fund me or back me with a lot of support, not just in finances, but a lot of other support as well. But sometimes it is just about the courage, the will to do, and the dare to do spirit that takes you ahead. For me, the initiation of this project of launching an entrepreneur cell in IAM was about making the students aware of how easy it would be to start and you need to just, I wouldn't say easy to start, but you can start thinking right from now and create an environment which is favorable for you to start and connect to the dream project that you would like to have one day. So IAM is here to give you all the support at this stage, but definitely, as I keep saying, the goal has to be scored by you. So you are the one who has to run with the ball. You are the one who has to, ensure that the ball reaches the goal. We are there with all the support, and we are here to actually facilitate this connection and take you ahead. If you have a dream project in mind, if you would like to start off, and as Sir was saying that it need not be just hospitality skill. I think Abhilasha is doing something absolutely non-hospitality product that she's dealing with. She is dealing with wellness products. And so there are so many things. Only thing you have to be observant and identify that gap which exists. So being an entrepreneur is not about just putting in funds and having a project. The first thing is the idea where you could really start, identifying the right gap. And that is where IAM could perhaps be a little bit of a support to you. And there are great mentors here who could connect you and to assist you with your project. But ultimately, it is going to be you who has to make yourself run. Nobody else can do the running for you. So all the best to Team Lagan. And in a very short time, we have tried to build it up to this stage. And let's hope with the participation of all the students, really we can do something big over here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll now introduce the panel of experts. We are so privileged to have them. They're all very busy and traveling, but still they have managed to find time. I'll quickly introduce them and then we'll open up the panel for discussion. Ma'am Abhilasha Chaudhary, and I'm alumni, more than 20 years experience in banking, wealth management, and has held the position of director of a bank in UAE. She's the co-founder of Oishi Wellness Products LLP, a wellness and artisan product startup registered in India as well as in UK. And she is passionate about mentoring on a freelance basis young entrepreneurs and banking professionals. Welcome, Abhilasha ma'am. Mr. Avello Roy, a tech entrepreneur, TV host, TEDx speaker. He is a serial entrepreneur, having built 8 businesses in US with multi-million dollars worth of products and services of a wide variety. Currently, Mr. Avello Roy runs the largest startup incubator in East India, which is the Kolkata Ventures, with 550 plus revenue generating startups. Welcome, sir. Welcome to our Lagan launch. Mr. Shayan Chakraborty, founder, CEO of one of the Kolkata's fastest growing restaurant chain, WTF. Where's the food? He has been acknowledged as one of the Eastern India's youngest entrepreneurs to cross a turnover of $1 million in a year with over 3 restaurants in just 15 months of operation. Alumni of State University of New York and St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, 2-time TEDx speaker, a Josh Talk speaker. He has around 75 schools and colleges where he has delivered classes about entrepreneurship and startups and continues to do so. And then Soma Moitra ma'am, an alumni of IAM, business management degree from IIM Kolkata. She has risen in her ranks and presently is the VP and head innovation and incubation of the grocery business of Reliance Retail. She has huge experience in areas of marketing, sales and business and digital transformation. Her passion is to mentor and lead large cross-functional teams and empower them to deliver concrete results. Welcome, ma'am. We welcome all the experts, and I will request Mr. Avello Roy to kindly start the talk, tell us something which will enthuse our students and make them think in the direction of entrepreneurship. Mr. Avello Roy, sir.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be at IIHM. Dr. Bose is one of my favorite mentors, and he has been a great inspiration for me and many of us Bengali entrepreneurs. and entrepreneurs in the hospitality industry. So, the first thing is that today is Independence Day, and it has come with a lot of effort, lot of bloodshed from great freedom fighters. So it's a day to remember those personalities and the fact that they have given us this freedom to do what we want. When Acharya Prafulla Chandra Roy was trying to start his Bengal Chemicals back in the early 1900s, it was a very, very difficult thing to do, where the British used to, control everything. The brown people, us, the natives, if we wanted to do any business or anything that is up there, we were not allowed, or it would be a very, very uphill battle. But thanks to the freedom that we have, we can utilize what we have, what we want to do, whatever dream we want to achieve, to the highest potential. And more so, we have freedom of technology. We have data, we have our phones, we have our laptops. And with that itself, one can create incredible amounts of wealth. And it's happening in Bengal itself. There are tier 2, tier 3 cities, at Kolkata Ventures. We have hundreds of startups who come from nothing. And within months, they're able to scale up their business and make lakhs and crores in revenue. And they have never seen more than thousands in their lives, right? Their parents have not seen. They're changing generations. So that is the potential. Now, what is freedom? So there's different kinds of freedom, right? Today, we have the freedom to express ourselves the way we want, the freedom to dress the way we want, eat the way we want, right? But financial freedom is very important. And you'll realize that as you grow up, as you see, that there are certain desires in your heart, but you're always crippled by the lack of funds, the lack of finances. And financial freedom is possible when we have freedom in what we do, right? So entrepreneurship is that freedom of aligning our passion with our potential to create something that allows us the flexibility and freedom to put in as much effort as we want and reap the proportionate results, which is not necessarily possible in other professions. But when you are your own boss, it's not only a satisfaction that you're able to creatively create your own destiny, but also the fact that you are doing something way more, way beyond what you are. Like Dr. Bose, the great example. He started from one educational institute, but today his institutes are all over the world. And IIHM is a brand that has become far bigger than Dr. Bose himself. And it will be there even after Dr. Bose, right? So that's the legacy that an entrepreneur creates that not only helps them, but it nourishes everyone around them. And not only while they're alive, but also decades and centuries after they have gone, the impact still remains. So, many people are born, many people die. I remember in 2015, December, my grandmother passed away. And that was the first time I ever entered the crematorium. And I was watching as dead bodies were coming in, going into the oven, over, it's all ash, coming in, going into the oven, all ash. And I was like, wow, each person has lived 70, 80, 90 years, and all of that is gone like that. That's not life. That's not life. It should be more significant than that. And my grandmother's end was a little bit more significant than that. And I hope that all of us live a significant enough life that there are enough people who shed a tear or two when we leave. Not just relatives, but also people whose lives have transformed because of your impact. And the best way to impact this country is to create the future, a future that is truly independent. We're not dependent on other nations' aids anymore. Thank God, 75 years of independence. And many nations are like, hey, you're richer than us, right? Great Britain and other countries have stopped giving aid to India because it's like, India is way beyond giving aid, and we are proud of it. And, our Prime Minister once said, and it really touched my heart, having lived in America for all these years, he said, one day Americans will line up in Indian embassies to get Indian visas. And believe me when I say it, it is happening. Not just Americans, but Britishers, Chinese, Thai, different country people are finding opportunities in India because India is growing massively. Whatever the media says, India is growing and the opportunity is here and the hunger is here, right? Not the hunger of the belly, but the hunger of the heart. We started with hunger of belly in 1947, but today we have hunger of the heart, and our kids want to live the life that everybody dreams of, and it's possible thanks to technology, thanks to mentors like Dr. Bose, thanks to ecosystems created by companies like Kolkata Ventures. We have the opportunity to create entrepreneurs like Shayan. When I saw Shayan Chakraborty, I think 5 years ago, he was just a little kid, a student figuring out life, and look at him now, writing books and running restaurants and doing so many things. Just a little boy, right? So I was a little boy one time, and as a teenager, I was helped by my mentors, people who are billionaires and millionaires, who helped me go from 0 to million in just a matter of few years. So that is the beauty of the help and the ecosystem and the freedom that we have as Indians, right? Utilize this freedom. One way to utilize the freedom is being hooked on to Instagram Reels and Netflix and, be a consumer, which is 99% of the people will do it. But true freedom is to exercise that ability to do what you want to do, to make a difference. And that is the one. I remember the first time I opened TikTok, I saw, what's her name? Deepika Padukone, this actress. She was dancing to a certain tune. And 15 seconds for her, and the next 15 seconds, there was a girl next to a mud hut dancing to the same song. And I was wowed by that, because that is true democracy, right? You have the same platform, you have the same 15 seconds, you have the same song. If you have more talent than Deepika Padukone, you can be seen and you can actually become popular, and you can monetize that fame, right? That is what has been granted to us by this freedom. And in this Independence Day, I beg you to make use of your independence and create a future for India that you can be proud of, your children can be proud of, and your grandchildren can be proud of. Jai Hind, and I wish you all success.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravello. I would request Mr. Shayan Chakraborty to say a quick few words. He is in the airport. He will be checking in soon. Mr. Shayan Chakraborty, a quick few words from you. Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, very much, sir. Very much. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I am really sorry on behalf of my entire team that I'm right now traveling. I'm getting back to Calcutta. I hope the news I get back to Calcutta with will make every Calcuttans and every Bengali happy. I am supposed to come on a reality show, which is perhaps one of the biggest reality shows for startups, which has a superb first season, and we are coming in the second season. I'm just getting back from there. I hope every Calcuttan is proud of the fact that one hotel and one restaurant, one FMCG company is there on national television representing Bengal, representing Kolkata, representing all the Bengali sentiments of all the Bengali entrepreneurs. First of all, I don't know if Suborno sir is watching me or hearing me or not.
Yes, he is. Very much. He is very much.
I have been a huge fan of your work. When I started back in 2015-16, after I came back from US, there were two people that I considered God for me. I'm not exaggerating even a bit. One is Mr. Anjan Chatterjee of Specialty Group Restaurants, and second is you. Two people who has changed the way Kolkata or West Bengal looks at entrepreneurship in FMCG sector or F&B sector. So it's been an absolutely pleasure hearing you from the airport, but I'm really sorry if I couldn't give you a lot of time. And this part, the step that it has taken, IAM has taken, I think back in 2015 when I was in Xavier's, such a group called EDC, Entrepreneurship Development Cell, was created, and that has given birth to so many entrepreneurs. And right now, back now in 2022, we realize what a life-changing decision it was, that apart from our studies, we will be pursuing something that we call us on this 75th Independence Day of India. The dream is to liberate young souls. The dream is to liberate young people. And, if they find their way out to create something of their own, and the products live years after they die, I think that is the part of entrepreneurship. That is the fun of entrepreneurship. Thank you, Avolo sir, for recognizing all the efforts, and you have seen me grow up. And right now we have just opened our 4th outlet, and we are coming out with our 5th and 6th. We're also coming out with a very FMCG product, the Desi Chinese secret sauce, by which you can create restaurant style Chinese food at your house at less than 2 minutes without even adding a pinch of salt. So in F&B, what it does, because I was not really lucky enough I'm talking to the students, really not lucky enough to go to a hotel management school or college, because maybe I didn't convince my parents. I couldn't convince my parents. But when I went back to States in scholarship to complete my undergrads, I started realizing that the kitchen is the place where I want to spend the rest of my life in. No matter how much money I make, no matter how much turnover my company gets, no matter how much recognition, no matter how much whatever I get, I want to spend the rest of my life in kitchen. And when this mindset happens, I think good things start happening to you. And my day used to start at 5 in the morning. I used to wash dishes. I used to, fill the ice buckets. I used to do every single thing because I had to learn how a kitchen works and how a kitchen operates, because I knew at the back of my head that once my degree is complete, I'll get back to India. I'll not go for jobs. I will start my something, even if it's a small roll center, I'll start it, but it has to be with my conviction, my planning, my selling. And now it's been 3 to 4 years. We are 4 restaurants old and we are growing at a humongous speed by God's grace. And the entire journey which I have written of creating a restaurant or creating a food venture from zero to a first million is written in a book called WTF Just Happened, which has been regarded by Mr. Ratan Tata. And I launched this book in Paris. It gives me immense pleasure. It gives me immense pleasure that a hospitality college is talking about entrepreneurship, where people will give birth to cloud kitchens in the next few years, where people will start their own ventures in the next few years. It gives me immense pleasure. I know it's a very emotional moment for me, because on Independence Day, a hospitality college is organizing an entrepreneurship fest where a lot of people are more inclined towards going into job after they pass out from college. Now we are talking about giving jobs on this Independence Day. I think this can't be bigger than that. And it's a Zomato report. Even if you open a cloud kitchen, 50% of the orders that come through Zomato, people do not check the name. Only they check the ratings and they order. So if you serve good food, if you serve good product, we always say in marketing, a good product made is half sold. If you make a good product, it's half sold, and the half will be done by people talking about you. For the last 4 years, we have not spent 1 single rupee on marketing of WTF. Even in my book, I have written the most satisfied customers are our biggest marketing investments. If we invest in making customers happy, if we invest in their user experiences, they talk about you behind our back. So I think I'll keep it short, sweet, but I look forward to come to your college when the session starts. And I hope that we will have an amazing time. And my vision would be, even if we have this same session after 5 years, instead of me, there will be someone sitting in the Zoom call who will be addressing the meeting, because they have made it big from this entrepreneurship club or entrepreneurship cell. And that would be the biggest success of the entire institution. Me and all the professors were collectively putting the effort to bring out entrepreneurs and bring out motivators, bring out young role models out of every one of you. Thank you so much. Happy Independence Day to each one of you. May India rise and shine, and may India fly on the shoulders of the youth for the next 10 years. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shan, for this wonderful, encouraging words. We sure will catch up soon. We understand that you are in a hurry. Thank you so much. Now,
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we come back to home. It's Abhilasha ma'am and Soma ma'am. You fight it out amongst yourself. Who will introduce yourselves first?
I think Soma's senior.
Abhilasha, go first. Please go first.
I knew it.
Thank you so much. First of all, it's a great privilege. IIM has always been my home ground, my playing ground. I've grown up, and thanks Mr. Bose and Ma'am Chaudhary, that means I cannot forget those 3 years, the nurturing that you all have done. I think I've been able to literally glide through those struggling years of making it somewhere, because of that mentoring of those 3 years. It made us tough people. Wherever we were, we knew how to survive, irrelevant of which industry we worked in. And the good part is, coming back to India was a dream. It was my turn to give back to the country where I got so much from. And more so, my heart still is at IIM. So any opportunity that I would get to see this next gen to envision themselves and get rid of that shackle and that approach that job is the penultimate thing that one can do. There are bigger horizons. It took me a lot of courage. It took me 20 years to quit a job just one fine day, just like that, and jump into coming back to India and starting something of my own. But having a backup of an institute which handholds, mentors, incubates these ideas, these are extremely important at the very initial phases, because it saves so much of an effort if you have a guiding force behind you. And I think Lagan is exactly got that vision where till a certain point of time, the students already have an option where they can filter their ideas. They can actually get ideas from the others, what to do and how to proceed with it. That is extremely important. One part, a great idea sells, yes, but a great story and a great person also contributes a huge deal to that entire story of entrepreneurship. It's extremely important for our students to have the courage and jump into it, because to be honest, the way the Indian startup industry is at the moment, it is growing strength to strength, and there are so many opportunities opening up where at one point of time, jobs will be the least of the worries for the young students here. There is immense amount of talent in that room in IAM, and I think it's just the matter of nurturing and mentoring that would get them to the next level. And we've got the best in this room right now, any which ways. We've got the best mentors, the best task masters. Will be more than happy to help in whichever way possible, to guide them, to mentor them. We're always there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhilasha ma'am. So now, Soma ma'am, if you can say something so that our students get enthused.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much. First and foremost, Ma'am Chaudhary, you said you haven't been an entrepreneur. You're the biggest intrapreneur I know. Someone who, I have seen, and this is for all the students. I passed out in 1997. I have kids as old as you, right? But she remembers my name. She remembers what I do. She remembers what Abhilasha does. I think Dr. Bose remembers all of us, and they focus on our journey. So for me, that intent of wanting to see their people do well is the biggest thing. So I think for me, that goes beyond everything else. So you guys are in super hands. If they have launched Lagan, you can imagine what they will do for you. If after, how many years, 24 years, they remember my journey or Abhilasha's journey, or they follow each of our journeys, hats off to you. I think this is a sign of complete commitment towards building people. So congratulations, and I really have my sincere regards, for what you all are doing. So just a couple of things. I want to make an announcement here. Yes, I've been working for the last 24 years, several organizations. I turned entrepreneur in between. We launched a protein brand. It's the number 3 protein brand in India right now. I divested because that was not my dream project at that time, but I made money. And I'm turning entrepreneur in 2 months with 2 startups, completely unrelated. One, which is a go-to-market company, and I was so impressed with what Velo said and Shayan said, and I'm so motivated. We're taking an Indian company outside. So we'll be an Indian multinational with presence in different countries. So we're going to be a go-to-market company for India, where any brand from anywhere wanting to come in, we'll be de facto CEOs. We'll do everything for them. So, we understand sales and distribution, et cetera, et cetera. We put it on a technology platform, so that's what we'll do. And on the other side, there's an Indian cloud storage company called Digibox. I'm taking that as a partner to Canada. So I'm going to launch North America for them. What I want to bring to your notice is after 24 years, I said, enough is enough. Now I want to be an entrepreneur. So I took that much time. I would like you all to, get that fire within you now. It's very understandable if you're not ready at the moment, right after college. But as the word that I said, entrepreneur, I would say I have tried my best in every job that I did to own that job as an entrepreneur. So you call, take over. If you're given a little responsibility, take complete charge of it, as someone who owns that piece. And, if that is something we can bring to the table from day one, even in your workplace, you'll be ready to be an entrepreneur within no time at all. So have that fire within you, what hospitality management taught me in those 3 years. And I'm so grateful. One, which is humility. So while my friends at 18 and a half were partying on New Year's, I was cleaning 24 bathrooms, and I'm telling you, today, the way I can connect with every person at every level on the shop floor is immense. I'm grateful to them because I know what it takes to do that. Right. So I think what hospitality education on one side, it teaches you humility at a very, very young age. On the other side, it teaches you that the customer is the only one you need to listen to. There's no one else you need to listen to. Right. If the customer tells you that your product is wrong, you have to go back to the drawing board and not argue and, reinvent what we need to do. So I think these are two things which we learn in the hospitality sector, which has really, really, really helped me. One is being able to connect with everybody, being service oriented, listening to the customer, not having the ego of saying, no, I know what I'm delivering, because the customer will tell you in no time. I think Shayan mentioned that. As long as the customer, comes back and tells you that this is right, it will work. Otherwise, it will not work. So you're getting the base. Just have the fire. You have great people, as I said. Nothing better than I don't remember any other educational institute of mine where my directors, etc., would remember what my daughter is doing or any of that, right? They may just know my journey. That's it. So very, very grateful. Excellent place and totally there to support you. Happy to, mentor. I do that a lot in my role in Reliance. There are lots of, entrepreneurs we mentor there and take along with us. Happy to help because I do have some contacts in the industry as well. So happy to support you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Suma ma'am. We have, in our enthusiasm, overshot the time. I just have got loads of questions, but I'll select a few only from the students. They have been texting me the questions. I'll just request this. I'll take this question to Mr. Avalo Roy. What are the myths about startups? Are they very difficult? बहुत पैसे लगते हैं, बहुत काम करना पड़ता है. What are the myths about startups? One of the students, a third-year student, has asked, what are the myths about the startups? Mr. Avalo Roy, sir.
People think you need internet, phone, and a laptop, or without a laptop, they're making money. And lots of products and services will happen overnight. Very, very long time, a lot of hard work and effort to get there. Another myth about startup is people think it's easier than a job. If I can't get a job, let me go start my own business. That's not true. Jobs are much easier. Startups take a lot of effort initially to get it started. Eventually you can, have management take care of most of the things, but initially it is far more harder. Students here at available on LinkedIn and other social media, right? Whoever you need is on Quora, on LinkedIn.
Thank you, Mr. Avallo Roy.
I just want to add something that Avila said. Just one thing, a lot of youngsters I've seen in the past feel that getting into a startup is fashionable, or getting into startup is a lot of money. I think this is one thing we have to understand. I mean, chasing money will never work. I mean, as Shayan said, Shoma said, Abhilasha, Abhila, everybody mentioned, you need to create that brand, create the product, create the service, be absolutely mad about it. I think I can use that word, absolutely mad about it. I mean, the world should revolve around it. You sleep it, dream it, do everything about that. I mean, and just do your best. I mean, the moment people start thinking about a lot of money chasing, funding, VC, I have seen people who don't need money line up to my friends in Bangalore. I need a couple of $1 million. It's like a little bit fashionable, actually. I said, you don't need money. If you don't need money, why you are going for money? Because if you're going to sit on your head, nobody gives money free of cost. And VCs can be really ruthless in getting the money back. I've honestly, I've never taken a single date in my life. Even being a chartered accountant is a little bit of a shame for me that my balance sheet have got no dates where I actually did under leveraging of my entire financial engineering. Because I believe that if I don't need the money, there's no point in getting the money and then getting into. So the point I'm trying to make is that don't chase money, don't chase the wealth, chase the brand, create something fantastic, be mad about it. Money will chase you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And the next question, which again a first year student has asked, what should we do? Whether we should build the business along with my job or totally dive full time into the business? This question is for Soma ma'am. Soma ma'am, students ask whether I should build my business side by side along with my job, or full time I devote right from the scratch into business startup.
I believe you can't have your foot in two boats. You have to kick the boat and move ahead, because as everybody said here, it's my husband's an entrepreneur. It's a huge commitment. You are responsible for others, and as Dr. Bose said, and I'm so grateful he brought this up, because in this world of creating valuation, I mean, people are creating sorry to use this word, shitty businesses, which don't have a model, which don't have, any depth. So all we need is a solid product or service, whatever we want to have, total conviction, go all after it, just make it great for the consumer, and money will follow, fame will follow, everything will follow. So if you want to do it, go right in. If you feel that you need a little experience, little work experience, if that is something that you feel, then work for a little while, but work in an area which will give you those skills that you need for that entrepreneurship. So be clear in your mind that I'm going to work for like 3 years because I want to learn XYZ. Like Shayan said, he went and learned how to run a kitchen before he went in. So he was very clear why he wanted to do that, right? So That's my humble view. That go all in.
Thank you, ma'am, for that unambiguous answer. So students can be confident. Yes, if you want to do it, we have to go at it. And my last question, we don't have time. We are already overshot time. I'm sorry, I've blocked so many people for their valuable time. One last question, Abhilasha ma'am. Again, third-year student this time asks, how to maintain work-life balance? Because we have to don many hats initially. There will be tremendous work pressure.
Can I be brutally honest? I think Shoma and myself, we are always very, very honest. That's why, that's why we are who we are. First 18 months of a startup life is pure discipline, right? Whatever you do. I always harp on three things when I've always mentored. The three pillars of any person's existence, in whether it's job or entrepreneurship, anything. It's your purpose, your passion, and your perseverance. The three P's, right? Work-life balance, the moment you're happy with your work, your life will automatically revolve around your work. Your family will understand that you're pursuing your passion and for a reason, right? It's just like a crop, right? You have to wait for the crop to grow, isn't it? But you still have to have the faith that that is going to reap the right fruits. Work-life balance is always something, if you do your time management right, you will never struggle with your work-life balance. Procrastination is something which gets everybody way behind their schedule always. So whether it's your work life or your entrepreneur life, you have to get your priorities right. That's it.
Again, a very straight and honest answer. Again, I think the students will find courage and confidence in that. We come to the end of the program, and before we wrap up, I would like to thank our Chief Mentor, Dr. Bose. Sir, thank you so much for attending and giving us your words of wisdom, which we always get, but on a platform like this, on a special day like this, I want to thank each and every one of the panelists. I know we have blocked a little bit of extra time from yours. I'm extremely sorry for that, but still, thank you so much for joining in and giving honest, clear, unambiguous advice to our students, which is most important, unambiguous. And you have walked the journey, and now when you talk the journey, we feel confident. We shall be in touch with you, and we shall take this journey forward. Thank you, Moitri ma'am, and thank you all my colleagues and my dear students for joining in this program. This is just the start. Please understand, student, this is just the start. We shall have many more panel discussions, activities, programs oriented around entrepreneurship, and each and every one of you have that entrepreneurship skill in you. As and rightly Suma ma'am says, you own the job, you do it, and that is entrepreneurial spirit, and you will land up as an entrepreneur. You will be successful. Thank you, everyone, and I wrap up this program with saying Vande Mataram, Jai Hind, and let us be truly independent. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.